Welcome again, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are watching from. And of course, as always, I've got my reliable partner, James Senove, the Resistance Trader.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone, wherever you are, whatever part of the world you're into, mabuhay. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Musajan.io's page and podcast. Hello, mabuhay. Yeah, thank you for me. What's up? What's up?
So let's
Hello.
get right into it. One of the most important developments for the cryptocurrency space just happened January 10 with the approval of the Bitcoin ETFs. So, what do you
Ah,
think, Vare? Plus, is this a certainly it's a plus so far, no? But do you think this is going to be a positive for the long run?
well, for one, always, no, as we always say and mention tuwing meron tayong mga discussions, no, ang adaptation of enterprise, particularly finance enterprise businesses, with the cryptocurrency will always be very helpful because it will add not just credibility but channels kung saan iikot yung cryptocurrency or yung pera, no, yung ano, because we very well know currency or pera, the value, it has value add kapag siya ay ginagamit or kumikot. Unlike na ano lang siya, steady lang or sabi nga natin nakatenga lang. So si Bitcoin, the Bitcoin ETF allows Bitcoin to be a little bit more fluid that can be circulated in the money market, tradable, therefore can add value. So I really believe even in the long run, Bitcoin ETF approval definitely has an effect. Alam naman natin yan, di ba? And of course, most people, most of our viewers will agree. We saw that. Although, during the onset of the approval, a few days, gulat yung mga nagbili yan, biglang bumagsak si Bitcoin. And those who are not used to it, I believe, or tingin ko na nag-shock or nagulat. Pagsakay nila, biglang roller coaster drop eh. So now, we are seeing and reaping the benefits of that approval, and with the price action, Bitcoin just hit 52,000 as of today. Grabe. So yeah, for
I
me,
think one thing to share with our viewers is you're right. The the approval was a catalyst. Pero yun nga, nangyari yan at the same, I mean, related to that was precisely because you now had 11 ETF, 11 Bitcoin spot ETFs approved. I think one of the things that happened was the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust started selling. And that was one
well,
of the reasons behind what you mentioned about the roller coaster movement. Because you had this one big player exiting naman the market.
of course, those guys would want to liquidate or they want to no, they want to have some spare cash coming from the investments that they had early on in the game. So, itong mga na-hype sa Bitcoin ETF biglang pasok, boom, they're shocked. But for me, I believe that will be just paper loss for them. Kasi tingnan mo naman, di ba? From that drop to now, ang laki din naman nung ginamp niya exponentially paakyat. In matter of fact, per checking, no, we are now back at 1 trillion market capitalization si Bitcoin. Diba? So, Bitcoin is back at 1 trillion.
Right, right.
So, ayan. Anyway, so yun. I guess that's it. If you're gonna be asking me about the Bitcoin
Because I
ETF.
think, no, I agree. And I think the other thing that our viewers need to understand is parang if they're trying to wonder why would the approval become such a major catalyst? I think what you have to understand is the moment you have an ETF approved, that means that kunwari kung ikaw before you were an ordinary investor, the barriers to entry were very complicated, di ba? Kasi you have to open a wallet, you have to find your fiat on ramp into crypto. So all of these things which are not that easy for people who are not engaged in the space. Now that you have an ETF approved, kumbaga, all of that complication, it's the fund manager that's now going to do that for you. So it basically made it easier for people who wanted to enter the space to do so in a relatively more straightforward fashion. They didn't need to worry anymore about how do I create a digital wallet. Hindi nila na po problemahin. They'll just have to buy through an ETF fund manager and he'll do the rest. So it goes back to your earlier point. Certainly, it is a step towards greater adoption. Now, that's not going to be enough to move us to what we call mainstream adoption, but certainly it's a very important first step.
Well, yeah. Well, I do agree with that, Permin. Although really not fun or a fan of this ano no mga tinatawag natin institutional traders or investors. I acknowledge the fact na malaking bagay yung ambag nila sa market. Kasi we know subjected pa rin naman sa market forces as anything is. So, yan. Having said that, talagang nakikita natin na the value, no? The value of enterprises adapting into it. Kasi they serve as also as catalyst, no? Not just catalyst but also these players allow the flow of cryptocurrency, particularly Bitcoin, hence the price movement. So yun.
I think though,
There.
just like a coin, di ba? May laging, hindi naman pwedeng lahat good. So may mga downside din yan. I think one of the downsides that people need to be aware of is precisely ngayon na pumasok ang institutions into the trading at least of spot Bitcoin is there will also be greater avenues for fraud and manipulation because they certainly have more funds at their disposal to be able to move markets kahit na in the short term in certain directions to their benefit. So that's why again, I think we've said this time and again on several podcasts, stay informed so that at least hindi kayo maapektuhan ng fear.
Yes.
The prospects, the outlook, in,
Yep. And I know for one na this is gonna be subjected to the mercy of some institutions. Lalo na kapag the market capitalization will be concentrated with them. Although it's impossible because we know for now it's impossible kasi we know that yung mga Genesis block miners or mga whales still has the biggest hand pagdating dyan. But we know they can move candles. If the others can move mountain, these guys can move candles or yung price action na Bitcoin.
and so of course, related to that, so syempre, nauna lang ang Bitcoin, but of course, little brother cannot be far behind. So alam din natin na Ethereum, the Ethereum spot ETFs hopefully will also get approved sometime in April. And again, past performance is not a guarantee of future, but if what happened to Bitcoin is any indication, then we will also probably see some movements in the price of Ethereum if and when that approval happens.
Well, for one, I believe those who are trading both coins, both assets would agree that there's a huge similarity between the graphical representation and movement of Ethereum and Bitcoin. And having said that, we really believe that whatever happened with Bitcoin or whatever is happening sa Bitcoin right now after the Bitcoin ETF got approved will definitely be mirrored. Sabi nga natin kay Ethereum, pero sabi nga natin si Ethereum parang ano yan kakambal niya ni Bitcoin yan. I would not siguro I would beg to differ from you in calling it little brother. We can call it siguro the thinner brother. Mas payat lang pero hindi siya little brother ni Bitcoin, di ba? Mas payat lang ang presyo niya. So, yun. That's it.
What do you see on the horizon, James?
Well, for one, I can see that AI is actually AI is actually the next big thing. So, both traditional companies and even cryptocurrency or token projects engage in AI. Ano yan? Sabi nga natin, pondohan nyo na, papaldo kayo dyan. But aside from the monetary benefits coming from it, I would say that AI is actually on itself and as a technology will be adapted as one of the next biggest aside from crypto and blockchain. Daming developments ngayon, even in in marketing, in finance, we see AI left and right. So if you have a project and you peg it and check that it's actually an AI project, as long as it is legitimate project na AI talaga yan, and the token is actually based are created with utility and in good faith, I would believe that that would be flying. And for the mainstream naman, no, that's not just for the mainstream. For the application naman, di ba, we've seen applications on cryptocurrency and blockchain before, like yung kasagsagan ng ICO or initial coin offer, and then we've heard of NFT and NFT gaming, play to earn model. The next wave, I believe, would be or could be, cannot be certain, CBDC. We see it on the news left and right now, and even the Philippines is saying that we would be having our own CBDC soon. So probably the countries from around the world adopting digital currency could help drive the demand for tokens and blockchain networks. Although not everyone will use blockchain, sabi nga, diba? I believe the Philippine BSP begs to differ. But however, I believe marami pa rin naman na magiging blockchain based or crypto based yung kanilang like yung sa the likes of sa Ecuador, na yung kanilang economy is now being helped to be powered by cryptocurrency, particularly Bitcoin.
I certainly agree. So anyway, for our viewers, thank you for tuning in. Now we will definitely have others in the future where we can talk at greater length
Yeah.
about some of these developments that James was referring to, like AI and things like that. Because yun nga, 2024 is certainly going to be a year of rapid change, and cautiously optimistic about bigger and better things going forward. So in the meantime, again, thank you for joining this session.
Yes, maraming
Bye for
salamat
now.
sa mga nanood, sa mga nag-tune in. Thank you very much. In as much as we wanted to talk more about this, we will be seeing you again next time. See ya.